like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Set to kick off.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Jacksonville. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Kamara's got the first down and then some. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Alvin Kamara, 75 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lines.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
The ball carrier.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
16 yards, a first down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
From the 41, Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
Las Vegas.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a nice little start to the career for the rookie here, hitting the end zone in week 1 of his career.
And that's a true welcome to the NFL moment, isn't it? The one that you actually like. A lot of times it's that big hit from a linebacker that says, all right, Rook, here you are. But when you're able to put it in the end zone and feel that sense of accomplishment, that usually fuels you towards doing it many more times in your career.
Gano set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
On 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw here. Steps away. And the Raiders have got him.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
24 is the mic. 24 is the mic. What's the run?
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass.
24 is the mic. Me and you all day.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, 66 yards. And the Jaguars have taken the lead.
Josh Lambo lining up for the point after.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one.
Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
On the play.
A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now they try the right side here. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 24. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage. But every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Steps away to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And less than a yard.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
And the Raider 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Carr. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 9-yard line.
Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. To throw his car. That's caught by Waller out left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point try good by Gano. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
But man,
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2nd and 9 from the 44. And again this time to the tailback. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage. And now 3rd and 11 coming up.
3rd down.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake. Carr. Flush to his right. On the run. He'll let this go deep. He's got it at the 15. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning.
That's it, baby. We got work.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. He will push his way down to about the 14. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they try the right side here. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Here's Carr. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Watch his flag. Watch his flag. 24 is the mic.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Second and 2 at the Raiders' 24-yard line.
Facing a second and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter.
1-yard attempt.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
Josh Lambeau to kick off for Jacksonville.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Raider offense set to get this drive started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Carr going to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was a loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Complete to
Henry Ruggs, 46 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And it's up and good.
Makes the score Raiders 24, Jaguars 17. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there. 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Kamara. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well run route.
3rd and short. They'll try and pick it up through the air. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Leon Jacobs brought him down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll buy some time right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
He's brought down.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
The tackle made by Calebon Chason.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Once again, it's Jacobs.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
And it's 3rd.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. That's out to the left and complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Now a handoff looking right. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Henry Ruggs Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders have moved out in front. So that, Charles, his second touchdown of the ball game. He had the more standard receiving touchdown earlier. This time game.
Yeah, it's almost as if he said, well, that's how I normally do it. That's almost boring. Give me another opportunity. This time I'll use my legs only and get into the end zone.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Raiders 31, Jaguars 24. Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And Kamara with a call on first down as he works his way forward for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play? Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
The tackle made by
The objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Buying time to his left. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Tanner Muse in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
2nd and long. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 19. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
18-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
He's out of bounds at the 14.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies cry.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Defense. Let's go, defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jonathan Abram picks it. It's a foot race. 30, past the 20. And the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. An incredibly short. Now a hit and a loose football. Still going inside the 30. And the Raiders pick it up.
Today's final score.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind